Yhwach was the main antagonist or villain of the 1000-year Blood War arc, which is the last arc of the Bleach manga and arguably the biggest arc in Bleach in terms of scale and stakes. And if you read the Bleach manga in its entirety, then you know that Yhwach was finally defeated by Ichigo and his lifeless body was sealed as the new Soul King. But today we are gonna take a look at how Yhwach returning might be possible, and we'll also look at the evidence. But before that, I'd like to humbly ask that you give the video a like. Let's get to 50 likes today. Also feel free to subscribe if you like my annoying voice and shitty editing. Let's proceed. So as I mentioned before, Yhwach was the main villain of the 1000-year Blood War arc, and safe to say that this guy was dangerous. He was seriously overpowered, and on top of that, he basically wanted to rewrite the Bleach universe. Through his power, which he called the Almighty, Yhwach could freely control fate, which was enabled by him being capable of seeing every possible future and change any of those futures to his liking. It also didn't help that he was accompanied by what was basically a small army of God. Okay, that might be an overstatement, but I can confidently say that 4 or 5 of the Stern readers were overpowered. No jokes. Yhwach's plan of rewriting the future was in order to erase death so that, and I quote, "Life and death will lose their form and all that has life won't live in constant fear of death," which is actually a really sensible goal on paper, but a bullshit philosophy in practicality. And to add on to that, he wanted to destroy the current system, reboot everything, millions of years of progress. But I feel like I should leave that to a video of its own. Anyways, yeah, Yhwach was delusional, so he had to be stopped, and Ichigo and the God 13 succeeded in stopping him. He is currently immobilized and assumingly dead and sealed as the linchpin of the 3 worlds. So how and why do I believe he will return? The first piece of strong evidence hinting at Yhwach's return is what he says to Rukia, Ichigo and Renji when he was opening a portal to Soul Society. If you're watching this video, then what he said should be on the screen right now in a slideshow, but if you're listening, then I'll read what he said. "How tenacious, so there's still some hanging on. But with your wounded bodies, I doubt you can even take a step from there. But if you want to come after me, then come. If you come after me, out of respect of your bravery, I will grant you a magnificent death. I shall single out the moment of your greatest happiness in the coming future and kill you then. From now on, every time you feel joy, you will recall my words, and each time you will taste the fear of death you've been promised. Forever." So that's basically what he said, that he will kill them when they are most happy, and you can argue that he was just referring to how his Almighty can pick and change futures, but as we know, the Almighty cannot, or has at least not been shown to be capable of killing people in the future. So this was Yhwach possibly warning them that in the events that he gets defeated, he will return in their happiest moments, and this is supported by my next evidence, which by the way happens in correlation to Yhwach's promise to Ichigo, Rukia and Renji. So during the final chapter of Bleach, when they were all reunited together with everyone at Ichigo's home and were all happy, back in Soul Society, the remains of Yhwach's power started to act up, and this even required the attention of the captains. So while that was happening in Soul Society, a small sphere of Yhwach's power appeared in Kazui's room, who is Ichigo's son. Kazui then interacted with those powers, and the presence of Yhwach disappeared. So was this a coincidence? I think not. This literally happened when they were all happy and merry, and of all places, Yhwach's power appeared in Kazui's room, where it's very possible that they implanted themselves inside Kazui. Tite Kubo didn't have to show us that, but he did, and we all know that Tite Kubo is so good at foreshadowing events. Guys, believe me, Yhwach will come back in Bleach in one form or another if it ever gets continued, though I think he'll not be in the same form as we know him. He might choose to leech off Kazui. Anyways, that's it for the video. I strongly believe it's not over with Yhwach, and I'd love to know your thoughts, so leave a comment and share the video with your fellow Bleach fans, and I'll see you in the next one.